And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here as we continue on the race weekend at Indianapolis. As today, we have race number 21 of Season 8 of the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. 32 laps on tap here today. Sure to be a wild one, and if it's going to be anything indicated by our Truck Series race, we may be in for a bit of a wreck fest here today. But we're going to have to see what's going to be going on here as far as today's race and who's going to be around at the end to be able to take the checkered flag, as we have an all-Turner front row with Tim Walsh on the pole and Dylan Poteet line up in second. Now, Tim Walsh is one of the few Turner cars that have not yet gone to victory lane this season. A number of his teammates already have. Dylan Poteet, on the other hand, he's got an agenda. He wants to be able to pick up his third win of the season and run down his teammate, James McLeod, for the current points lead. As right now, Dylan Poteet comes in a tie for second place right now with L.J. Mills in the current chase standings. We're going to get these cars rolling off just for time's sake, because one trend here with Indianapolis, with the fact that a lot of times a lot of yellow flags and everything, and it takes them so long to get around this racetrack, the races tend to be a little bit longer. If you didn't notice, the Truck Series race was about 40 minutes long, so just for the purpose of time saving here, that's why I'm getting these cars rolling off as quickly as I am. You'll take a look at the top of your screen and see your starting lineup for today's race here at Indianapolis. And the points coming into this race are as follows. James McLeod had a pretty decent run last week at Lime Rock, was able to extend his points lead by 19 points now over Dylan Poteet and L.J. Mills, who are currently in a tie for second. Levi McIntyre is right now third in points. He is 32 points back. Ricky Falcon is fifth in the points, and he is a total of 34 points out of the top spot right now. And then 38 points out is Zach Hamlin. He is sixth in the standings. And then Tristan Folks, he's seventh in points. Charles Jackson, eighth. Jessica Shelton, ninth. Gene Sanford is in 10th. And then Jake Rogers is in 11th. And even though he had a win last week at Lime Rock, his second win of the season, Joshua Collard is still 12th out of the 12 chase drivers in the chase standings. So what can we expect here from today from Indianapolis? I'm not really sure. The lead got jostled around quite a bit in the Truck Series race with a lot of different pit strategies going on and a lot of different agendas. And it came down pretty much to the final few laps too. We're going to see what's going to be the case here today of who's going to be able to have the strategy that will get them to victory lane. Will it be a chaser? Will it be a non-chaser? What will the points look like when we finish up Indianapolis? And based off the Truck Series race and what we're going to see here today, what are we going to see in the Snickers Cup Series race here tomorrow, where 4 drivers will be eliminated from the Snickers Cup Series chase for the championship. A number of the drivers that will be taking part in that event are racing here today. Let's see what's going to happen. 32 laps of racing, the 32 on the pole, and the green flag is out here at Indianapolis. Matter of fact, Turner Motorsports had actually swept the top 3 with Caleb Farrell starting there in the 3rd position, but Tim Walsh is gone. He just skedaddled as soon as that green flag flew. And now it's a battle for second. Well, that battle's over. Caleb Farrell will now bypass his teammate Dylan Poteet for second. Poteet trying to battle back there on the high side. Has been able to draw at least up midway to the passenger side door of the Target Cartwheel Chevrolet Camaro, but doesn't look like it's going to be to much avail. Now Farrell will take second place. Now Matthew Dallio is underneath and looking for third. And I don't know, are we still under green? Oh, we are. Wow. Oh, someone just flipped. That was Andreas Allen. Man, I just jinxed it. Oh, there's the points leader, McLeod. He got involved. He just hit, I think it was Mason Wood. And that is the points leader. Just got collected here in a wreck on the front straightaway at Indianapolis. We're looking at Andreas Allen. I saw a number of other drivers involved, including Jordan Davis. There he is. Was McLeod even able to drive away? I saw black smoke immediately erupt out of his car. There he is. Oh man, the points leader's caught up in this one. I saw a car that had teleported to pit road. That was chaser Tristan Folks. There's his discount tire Ford Mustang sitting on pit road. Sean Galligan, former Mobil1 Cup Series champion. His Aspen Dental Toyota completely demolished. Who else? Oh man, another former Mobil1 Cup Series champion in Pichu London. He's got quite a bit of significant rear-end damage to the Florida Lottery Toyota Camry. Danny Wells Our winner a few weeks back from Arizona, he's involved. Carson Gum is on the apron there, the breakdown lane. He may have been collected, don't know for certain. And the leaders are coming to pit road. And I'm not certain that we've even looked at all of the players that were involved in that wreck. I'm sure there were a number of others. But Tim Walsh coming to pit road. And it looks like Sean Henley, Dylan Young, a couple of his teammates will elect to stay out, as well as Chris Washer, and then some chasers in Jessica Shelton and Levi McIntyre. So about half the Turner cars decide to come down. Tim Walsh, Caleb Farrell, Dylan Poteet. And about half the Turner cars stay out. Henley, Dylan Young, and there you see the 4 of Cassandra Renzi going by outside of the pit road wall. Jake Rogers also deciding to stay out. So it looks like maybe about 7 drivers? 6-7 drivers decide to stay out. Pit stops going on here after a huge wreck on the front straightaway where Andreas Allen flipped and the points leader, James McLeod, was involved, and Matthew Dallio, the first off pit road, a very slow stop for the pole sitter, Tim Walsh. This wreck with Andreas Allen just happened so fast. I looked away for a split second. I was looking down at the laps portion. I believe that's where I was looking at the time. I didn't even see how Andreas Allen flipped. Next thing I know, I see the 7 car on its roof. There you see it, 3 wide between Gum, Folks, and Allen. And oh, another chaser, and Ricky Falcon was the car that ended up kind of getting airborne there and flipped the 7 car over. Danny Wells goes down to the wall off the nose of Wolfgang Mason. He comes up, collects the 18 of Bob Fergus. I believe that's where Jordan Davis and Peter Linder are going to get their damage. And look at there, the blue and black car, the DuPont car of James McLeod. He's going to split the gap there, makes it past Tristan Folks, Pichu London, Jordan Davis. But there you see the contact with Mason Wood and Andreas Allen turns the Rainick Chevy up the track and absolutely nowhere to go for the points leader, James McLeod. Oh man, Jacob Lawler, he's going to get nailed by the whiplash of the 2. And I saw a number of other drivers back here that had been turned around. There's Cody Lamas, hood crunched up there. Trent Dunham was turned around. Talampas is turned around. Somewhere back there, there's Sean Galligan. He's on the extreme right side of your screen. I think he ran into the back of Pichu London. So Ricky Falcon, I'm pretty certain, must have had to have teleported to pit road. Man, oh man. So from what I'm seeing, that was first, the points leader, James McLeod. 5th, Ricky Falcon. 7th, Tristan Folks, that were caught up in this one. Let's take a couple of onboards, why don't we? We have onboards with all of our chase drivers, so let's see first what happened from the perspective of Ricky Falcon. Oh, wow. That was a shot right there. I'm not really sure who it was that hit him that hard. There you see, Talampas is facing complete 90-degree angle from where he should be. So was Trent Dunham, and Ricky Falcon finally able to get through it. But I don't know who it was that gave him that shot there at the end. And now on board with Tristan Folks, who's just starting to get himself back in the championship hunt here after a couple of poor finishes early on in the chase. Oh man, I think he went rear end into the pit wall. The way that car just stopped. Man, that was a hard impact for him. We saw Carson Gum actually go into the pit wall frontwards in the Truck Series race. Tristan Folks, I think, just slid back into the entrance at the pit road wall. And now on board with the points leader, James McLeod. He gets through all that, and then there's Mason Wood. And you can't see it from here. Maybe you can just a little bit there, but there is black smoke coming out of the back of that car. To look from the rear cam, you just see the black smoke pouring from the back of the number 51. Oh, Charles Jackson had his hood crunched up too. That's 8th in points. So he got a piece of whatever that was too. Pace car is about to peel off, though, as we get ready to go back to green flag race on lap 6 of 32. Sean Henley's the leader, Dylan Young 2nd, Chris Washer 3rd, Shelton 4th, McIntyre 5th, then it's Renzi and Rogers. That's the top 7. Those drivers did not pit. Matthew Dallio lines up in 8th. 9th place is Carson Gum. Not really sure if Carson might have pitted or not. Dylan Poteet is going to restart in the 10th position, though, with LJ Mills right behind him. Remember, those two actually come in tied for second in the point stands, and right now, with the fact that James McLeod is now out of the picture, at least here at Indianapolis, big opportunity for both of those drivers, Poteet and LJ Mills, to try and make a bid here, possibly for the point standings lead, as the drivers out of the race officially right now are Andreas Allen, Mason Wood, Jordan Davis, the points leader James McLeod, Cody Lamas, Sean Galligan, Danny Wells, and Tristan Folks. So looking right now at Sean Henley in the Viagra Chevrolet, hasn't been to victory lane yet this season in Mobil1 Cup Series competition, and has a lot of pressure on him tomorrow, as he is still mathematically eligible to be eliminated from the Snickers Cup Series Championship hunt tomorrow in the final race of the contender round. Right now, though, looking very strong. This is an opportunity for a number of those chase drivers in Snickers Cup to make a statement here in the Mobil1 Cup Series races. There you see Levi McIntyre. Right now, he is the highest running chaser at the current moment. His only win this season coming at Talladega Superspeedway, so he knows how to win at the fast tracks, and this track is definitely fast. As right now he's trying to run down Chris Washer. That would be for the second position. Trying to look here at the back. Ricky Falcon has been able to soldier on after his car actually got airborne with that contact he had with Andreas Allen. Charles Jackson, we saw his hood was all crunched up there on the James McLeod replay. He's still forging on in the 30th spot. See if any other chasers were involved in that. Well, Jean Sanford may have gotten a piece of that, because she's right now back in the 27th place. And the Toyota sandwich she's in, both those drivers have damage. Whoa! What was going on there with the 25 of Andy Timmons? Was he just coming back on the track? Oh, no, I don't think so. He was 18th. I think he got turned down to the inside wall and somehow was able to save it. Oh, wow, tough break there for the 25, but apparently a great save. We are not yet under caution, but we almost just were. Charles Jackson, Ricky Falcon making some contact there. It's a couple of chasers that just got together. Right now, though, we are actually getting to have some green flag runs, but that could be over quick. Look at this gaggle of cars. Number of Turner cars in this, too. Renzi there, Tim Walsh, Dylan Young, Dylan Poteet. Oh, man. I didn't like the way Cassandra Renzi had to back out of the throttle there. That was close. Not too far back here. A couple of other chasers. Jessica Shelton, 9th in the point standings. Right now, coming to this race, 83 points out, and just to her high side is Zach Hamlin. He's 6th in the points right now, 38 points out of the top spot in points. Anthony McCurry trying to make his way to the inside. Renzi got the wall and gets into Shelton! And spins in front of McCurry. Oh, look out, guys. I think they'll get through. Oh, man, Renzi almost got nailed by Andy Timmons. Shelton's taking the opportunity to come to pit road as she got spun down the pit road. And is that going to be a caution? I think the flagman was out. It is a caution, indeed. Oh, man, that could have been a lot worse. Renzi got into the wall off of 4, got into Shelton, spun her out, and then when Renzi was trying to save it, I don't know if McCurry was involved or not. He had to slow way up in order to avoid running into the 4. If he did get damage, I don't know for certain, but that was, for the most part, about a 3-car incident there, and that could have been a lot worse. Caution flag out for the second time here today at Indianapolis. Sean Henley, the current leader. He and those other 7 that stayed out under the first caution may have to come to pit road this time, so we may have a new leader when we come back from the replay. We'll find out in just a moment. So we're going to take a look and see what happened to bring in our second yellow of the day. This, again, was another incident off of 4. Watch right here. There's actually going to be some contact between the 30 of Dylan Young and teammate Cassandra Renzi. Now, I'm not rightly certain if maybe that contact cut down a left rear tire on the 4. Whatever the case, though, the 4 car appeared to not be able to turn afterwards. Just kind of drifts up the track, gets the safer barrier coming off that corner, and poor Jessica Shelton has nowhere to go. She's just right there and an innocent bystander. And, oh, there was another driver that got involved. That was James Silverfox. Got a piece of that there with his left front, slides down, almost gets the wall. Now here, let's watch the 61. Yeah, McCurry did get a piece of it. Minimal, but did indeed get a piece of it. And watch right here. You're going to see in just a few moments Andy Timmons come into view. He's trying to think at the time to get underneath of Rohit Vidarvu for position, and he almost sideswipes. Okay, he's trying to get under Pichu London. My mistake there. But right there, he's trying to get to the inside, but there's the disabled car of Cassandra Renzi trying to get back up to speed. And that almost was a huge plow that might have happened had Andy Timmons not been able to completely clear Cassandra Renzi. Pretty smart strategy on the part of Jessica Shelton. Got spun down the pit lane, so decides, hey, I'm already committed. Might as well make my pit stop here under this yellow flag. And it could put her maybe in some good track position depending on who decides to pit under this yellow. So let's head back now and get ready for the restart. So everybody came to pit road under that caution flag. Sean Henley was the first off pit road, so he'll still be the leader. LJ Mills right now in second. This guy right now is in the best spot to take over the points lead after Indianapolis. Kyle Matthews is in third, Chris Washer fourth, Levi McIntyre fifth, and it's Jake Rogers, Joshua Collard, Caleb Farrell, Carson Gum, and now Stephen Pollard III is in the top 10. As the green flag back out, let's find the rest of our chasers where they're restarting. Zach Hamlin will restart 15th, Dylan Poteet's in 16th. There's a look at the pace car. Don't know rightly why we need to see him. Gene Sanford in 20th. There's Charles Jackson in 26th was where he restarted. Ricky Falcon now about to lose a spot to his teammate Andy Timmons. Oh, Jackson! Just got turned and flipped! He's flipping and barrel rolling down the back straightaway as Charles Jackson. Oh, what a horrible crash! Oh my goodness! The car caught the grass and there was no killing the momentum of that barrel roll. Caution flag waves for the third time today. The cautions are getting, as far as not involving as many more drivers. And what happened to Henley? Henley just slowed up. What happened to the 69? Look out! Did he just run out of fuel or something? Something's just happened on the 69 of Sean Henley. I don't know what it is. It could be mechanical, it could be fuel, but whatever the case, he's just now pulled down into the breakdown lane, and it was like that car immediately lost power. He was drag racing with Kyle Matthews. Matthews just looked like it was a complete runaway at the stripe, and something is amiss on the Sean Henley machine now as well. Rohit Vidarvu running in the breakdown lane. Something wrong with the 23? I don't rightly know what's going on. But whatever it is, it's not good. Oh, whoa, there must have been a stack up here now. McCrory's got his hood completely crunched up. Same for Cassandra Renzi. Gene Sanford's now got damaged. Oh, man, now Dylan Poteet's been involved in something. And Nick Alton is blown up. What is going on here at Indy? There's another car in trouble. Who is that? That's Bob Fergus. That's all three of the Joe Gibbs cars completely demolished. Jackson barrel rolling on the back straightaway, and now his teammates, Fergus and Alton, smoking. What on earth is going on here? Well, this is obviously a much different Indianapolis race from the Truck Series race. This one, I don't know. It's got so many question marks right now. Not as many drivers involved in these wrecks now. But they're seeming like the wrecks are now even more ferocious, and now we're having drivers getting involved in wrecks, I believe, under caution. I'm not certain. But the caution flag is out again. Kyle Matthews, we know now, officially right now, is the leader. Those are basically the only two things we know for certain at the current moment. A lot of unanswered questions here, and we're going to try and answer them here in these replays to come. Man, this race has taken an awfully unique twist. Alright, let's try and at least figure out what the initial caution flag came out for. We know it involved Charles Jackson in the 11, who was just trying to salvage what he could. Now, the damage he got here was not from an earlier incident under green. It was actually a stack-up under caution. But Charles Jackson, nonetheless, trying to battle for a championship here, trying to salvage the positions he could. And apparently, something's going to happen here off of this corner. McCrory going to take that corner awfully hot. And yeah, he's going to be the one to make the contact with Jackson. Slides the 11 car up. That kind of ruins Charles Jackson's exit of turn 2. He gets the wall, comes down off the nose of Andy Timmons. And where's the hit that's going to get his car barrel rolling? Oh, there it is right there. Courtesy of the 25. And Charles Jackson car goes into a huge barrel roll, and the worst thing is it's headed for grass. And anybody will tell you the grass just kind of catches the car and just seems to amplify the momentum that barrel rolling car has. Look at how many times that car is barreling end over end, side over side. Look at this. There's no killing that momentum. He's going about 45 miles per hour in a barrel roll. Fortunately, right there, he hits the wall. He almost went up into the catch fence here that protects the fans on the infield, in the infield grass. He almost got up into that. I believe he nosed it into the top half of the inside safer barrier, and the car comes to rest on its roof. So we basically saw that happen. We basically understood that was what ended up bringing out the caution. But then we saw drivers dropping like flies when the caution flag was waving and we were under yellow. Let's find out if we can find out and get to the bottom of why so many drivers were smoking and running out of fuel, or at least pulling into the breakdown lane under caution. Well, here it is. There was a wreck I did not see happen. They were still trying to come to the caution flag, actually. And there you see Chris Washer, LJ Mills going to get into each other. LJ gets turned down to the breakdown lane here, which I believe is what happened to Andy Timmons earlier on. That's how Andy Timmons was so far back at one point. LJ, though, keeps his foot in the throttle. I think he brings it back up safely, but Washer does not. Comes up into last week's winner, Joshua Collard, collects Levi McIntyre as well, and then it's just going to be on from here. Watch them try and make it 4 wide to get through this wreck coming here into 4. You're going to see Washer smoking, going to try and bring that car to pit road, but he's got a number of drivers right behind him. That's not going to work. Nick Alton in the 20 trying to come up to avoid him, and Chris Washer goes all around off his nose. Levi McIntyre's trying to come to pit road, but Dylan Poteet's to his inside. I think Poteet gets through at least at here. Joe Davis, though, nowhere for him to go as the 88 slides into his path. Oh, and then somebody, up ahead! That was Nick Alton got flipped upside down. What on earth is going on here? This race, oh my goodness. Now, who was it that flipped Nick Alton? Alton had to slow up to avoid the 88 of Washer. Rohit Vidarvu and Gene Sanford had both been able to get around the high side. They were still up to full speed. Sideswiping the 20 is Rohit Vidarvu. Gene Sanford then gives him a shot in the back. That flips him upside down. And then here comes the carnage. Bob Fergus sent into the wall. Poteet, McCrory, Hamlin, they run into Gene Sanford and Nick Alton. And then here comes some more hits. Cassandra Renzi hits Bob Fergus. Fergus's car going to go up on its roof. So all 3, ironic enough as it is, all 3 of the Joe Gibbs cars flipped at least over one time on the same lap. Charles Jackson had a wild barrel roll in the back straightaway. Alton got flipped off 4, and Bob Fergus got flipped just past the start-finish line on the front straightaway. And there you saw the hit McCrory took. There you see the pushed-up hood on Cassandra Renzi, Dylan Poteet. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, coming into this race at Indianapolis, I was ready for a potential wreck fest, but not to the magnitude of a scale that these wrecks have been here today. We've had so many cars flipping here at Indy and everything. This is absolutely insane. But we are under the caution. Let's head back now for the restart, because this race, man, I'll bet a lot of these drivers right now that are running still on the lead lap are thinking, hey, let's just get this race over with, please. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. Still trying to find out what was amiss on the 69 of Sean Henley. He sat on pit road for a good amount of those caution laps and now is off the lead lap. Kyle Matthews is the leader. Second, Caleb Farrell. Third, Stephen Pollard. Third. Fourth, Jake Rogers. Fifth, Carson Gum. Matthew Dallio, 6th. Pole sitter Tim Walsh is now back up to 7th. 8th place, Dylan Young. Ricky Falcon, who got airborne on our first caution, is in 9th. And Pichu London right now is running in the 10th position. And I'll tell you what, these wrecks that have taken place have put a lot of drivers who were involved in earlier incidents and were able to soldier on into an opportunity for really good finishes here today at Indianapolis. To make my case, Jessica Shelton got turned around down pit road under our second caution. Right now, she is running in the 12th position, still on the lead lap. Almost got turned around there, though, by Jacob Lawler. Now, here's the guy that has everything to gain from today's race right now, and that is LJ Mills. He came in tied for second in the points, 19 points out. Now, right now, James McLeod had to retire from the first wreck, and Dylan Poteet has gone behind the wall after all the stuff we saw take place under this latest caution. He also is joined by Andy Timmons, also Anthony McCrory, Nick Alton, Cassandra Renzi, Gene Sanford, Bob Fergus, Chris Washer, Levi McIntyre, Joe Davis, and Charles Jackson. That's 4 chasers, by the way, that I mentioned in those DNFs from this last caution. So right now for LJ Mills, for him to take over the points lead, he has to be running, with where McLeod finished in 38th, he has to be running in, I believe, 19th or better. I may be wrong. No, 18th or better. And right now he is running in that 18th position. So right now by 1 point, LJ Mills would be your points leader heading into next week. There's Ricky Falcon. First caution that came out, Andreas Allen flipped. The car he came up into that flipped him over was Ricky Falcon. And right now he's running in the 12th position. And look at LJ Mills continue to try and pass cars. Now trying to do it on the high side as he's trying to take over that points lead heading into next week, which, by the way, folks, is going to be coming to you from Texas Motor Speedway. So don't forget to tune in for that. Sean Henley right now is on the tail end of the lead lap, I do believe, or maybe he's a lap down. He might have fallen 2 laps down. Nope, he is on the tail end of the lead lap now. A caution flag would put him back at the tail end of the longest line. So apparently whatever was wrong with that car, whether it's just stalled out or whether it was a problem electrically or a fuel problem, I don't know what it was, but apparently they've gotten it remedied and he is leading the way. And I believe we've just lost the leader, Kyle Matthews, to a pit stop. Yes, indeed. We got pit stops going on here. Matthews, Farrell, Zach Hamlin, not Josh Quallard, I'm sorry, that's Jake Rogers, Bob Jones, Justin Talampas, and Jessica Shelton, all hitting the pit lane here. And believe it or not, for the first time here today at Indianapolis, we have green flag pit stops going on. And now that completely changes up the top 5. Matthew Dallio is now the leader. Second place, Carson Gum. Third place is Tim Walsh. Fourth place will be Stephen Pollard III with Dylan Young now in the 5th position. And we may now be seeing these leaders come to pit road. Here they come. I think Sean Henley was able to still stay out. I don't know if Henley may have to pit here under this, but he may be in a good spot once these pit stops cycle around. Pichu Ludden, Wolfgang Mason, and Ricky Falcon have all also hit the pit lane. The leader now is James Silverfox. So Silverfox in the 34 is now leading the way, former winner this season, trying to pick up his second win of the year. Coming up here on who was the leader a few moments ago, Kyle Matthews. I wanted to say James Qualls because of being a Johanna Long fan. And it looks like Silverfox now will give up the lead. So Silverfox will come to pit road. I believe we're also going to see Jacob Lawler come in, Trent Dunham possibly. No, Trent's going to stay out another lap. But Lawler's coming in, so the lead, I believe, now cycles over to the Sega Chevrolet of Trent Dunham. Waiting for the official word after he's crossed the yard of bricks. And no, they say he's in 3rd, so who else stayed out? Oh, Collard. Collard and Bob... No, not Bob Jones. Who was 2nd? Oh, LJ Mills was 2nd. Caution! Oh, man, this changes it all up again. Now, the good news for a lot of these guys up here, they got out ahead of the leader. They'll still stay on the lead lap. But, some drivers may have gotten caught a lap down now after this yellow flag coming out during the cycle of green flag pit stops. Pichu London's got to get around the pace car there. He's still on the lead lap, I think. So now Collard, LJ Mills, Trent Dunham, and others are going to have the benefit of pitting under yellow rather than under green. And the running order is going to shake itself up again, no doubt about that. Looks like some skid marks there in the turn 3 area. We'll try and find out what exactly put us under the caution for the 4th time here today at Indianapolis. Don't go away. And this one going to involve the 38 of Justin Talampas and the 3 of Nick Smith. Let's see what happens here coming down into 3. Now Talampas may have actually just come off of pit road from a pit stop. Nick Smith I don't think had yet come to pit road. So I think there was a bit of a speed differential between the 38 and the 3, but nonetheless, Nick Smith going to get a huge run here on Talampas coming here into the middle of 3 and 4. And I believe there's going to be some contact that's going to happen between the two of them. Actually, Talampas, wow, just messed up that turn completely. Got the wall and actually came down across the nose of Nick Smith. So it really was no fault of the Nick Smith machine. It was Talampas who actually messed up and then tried to overcorrect. And when he did, he came down across Nick Smith's nose. And that's how Nick Smith got quite a bit of extensive damage on the front of his car. Talampas spins down into the breakdown lane, but fortunately nobody else was in the vicinity. Talampas was able to mash the throttle drive away, and we got away with a 2-car incident. But this is definitely going to shake up the running order now, with drivers coming to pit road under green during the last couple of laps here, and now some drivers going to be pitting under yellow. Who will be still on the lead lap? Who will be a lap down with less than 10 to go? We're about to find out. Let's head back to live action. As we get ready to go back to green, a couple of drivers on the tail end of the lead lap will be restarting ahead of the leaders. Bob Jones in 20th, Jessica Shelton in 21st, and Justin Talampas in 22nd place. Your leader after the pit stops and everything is James Silverfox. Matthew Dallio is second. Third place is Jacob Lawler, hoodless, might I add. Fourth place, Kyle Matthews, and Caleb Farrell is in fifth. Sixth, Zach Hamlin, as we're back green with about 5 laps to go. Jake Rogers, 7th. 8th, Carson Gum. 9th is Tim Walsh, and 10th is Stephen Pollard III. Then it's Dylan Young, Ricky Falcon, Pichu London, Joshua Collard, Wolfgang Mason, and L.J. Mills. Then it's Trent Dunham, and then here's the lucky son of a gun with that caution, Sean Henley. He's back on the lead lap well, he was in 19th. He's now 18th, and 19th now is Rohit Vidaravu. Bob Jones is gone. He's just now put Jessica Shelton and, or now James Silverfox, I should say, has put James, wow, I'm really failing right now. Jessica Shelton and Justin Talampas a lap down, but he's got Matthew Dallio over his back bumper. I think Lawler just got turned! He saved it! He saved it! Oh, man, he just hit the safer barrier again! Collects Kyle Matthews! Caution flag! This race may be over! Who's the leader? Coming to the stripe, Matthew Dallio leads by a car length over Silverfox as he completed the pass coming to the start-finish line. Caution flag is out. Race may end under yellow. If it does, Matthew Dallio will be picking up his first win of his Mobil1 Cup Series career just a couple of weeks after picking up his first Truck Series win at Darlington. And we almost avoided a caution. Dylan Young is on the pit lane. He may have been collected in that. Kyle Matthews is also on pit road. And the driver that it all started with was Jacob Lawler, who restarted in the 3rd position. Caution flag out again. We may get back green for a 1-lap shootout. In case we do, we'll quickly jump to our replay now. But right now the leader is rookie Matthew Dallio in the 12. Just take a look at this incident here. I mean, Lawler was fighting tooth and nail for all he could, and he kind of got blocked by the 38 of Talampas. Talampas being a bit of a roadblock here in the last few laps. And, oh, they go 3 wide. Farrell got a run to the inside of Lawler. Can't blame him for that, but you can see this 3 wide situation. Talampas, again, that's the second time the caution has come out with Talampas messing up turn 3. Lawler comes down, hits Jake Rogers. Now, this is the interesting thing. No caution at this point. Lawler slides up, gets the wall. He has it saved, but watch on the left side of your screen right there. You can see where the safer barrier itself starts in that turn. And there's just a tiny little piece of that starting the safer barrier that kind of protrudes out. And that was what Lawler hit. His car goes around. You see Kyle Matthews gets collected in it. Lawler did his best to save that thing, but the safer barrier was not willing to cooperate. So you got to give props to Lawler. He wanted to have that race finish under the green flag if it could. He tried to save it, but just couldn't do it. The safer barrier protruding out there. He just couldn't keep it up against the wall there without it spinning out on him after hitting that little spot of the safer barrier. And what happened to Dylan Young? Oh, okay, so after Kyle Matthews had hit Lawler, Matthews comes down, and Dylan Young's caught on the high side, and I guess he's going to get a piece of the 70 car right there. Wow. That was kind of his right rear making contact with the left rear corner of the 70. You don't often see a car hit another car with that part of the racing machine, and the car immediately, it looked like, ended up having some black smoke coming out of it, too. Man, Dylan Young was trying to survive this race. Man. We almost got away from a caution flag, and Not quite able to. So let's see if that caution flag's going to be the last one we'll see, or will we get back green at least one more time before finishing out today's race at Indianapolis? Well, the white flag was displayed for Matthew Dallio, and now the checkered flag is in hand, as he's going to pick up his first win of his Mobil1 Cup Series career. Unfortunately, we will not get back green. I think if we'd had one more lap on the scoring board, we would have gotten a one-lap shootout, but Matthew Dallio is going to reap the benefits. He made that pass on Silver Fox at just the right time, and he is your winner here today at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And now, after his rookie teammate Tristan Folks won earlier on this season at Charlotte, both the Penske cars have gone to victory lane here in Season 8. And what a mumbo-jumbo of drivers up here in the finishing results, as opposed to what we had for our starting lineup for the driver startup at the front. Dallio with the win. Silver Fox comes from out of nowhere at the end to finish second. Caleb Farrell going to finish in third. Fourth place for Zach Hamlin, who, by the way, was actually the highest finishing chaser today. His teammate, Jake Rogers, a great run in fifth. Sixth place was the pole sitter, Tim Walsh. Stephen Pollard III finished the day out in seventh. Eighth place for Pichu London. Great run for him. The guy who I believe is going to take the points lead heading next week, LJ Mills, he is going to be ninth. And finishing out in the top 10 is going to be Trent Dunham. So it was a race of survival, no doubt. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. Comes your official finishing results, overall point days and rookie points, as well as your chase points heading in next week at Texas. Dylan Young joins me in the booth for the Snickers Cup race here tomorrow. Hope you'll be tuning in for that, as you've been watching with NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. Very quick work. Whoa, look out! Oh, what a save! Dougie Shears just got turned by the lap machine of Charles Sanford, but now he's got left side damage. But he still opens up his distance. He still keeps the distance between himself and second place McCurry. But all that ground he gained, he just lost right there. But what a save!